You don't have to grow up.
Right.
You don't have to be the boring person that stays at home and follow the stereotypes and just, all right, I'm done type of thing.
Check it out.
Okay, Deven, how did our friendship start?
Yeah, so for me when it started, I was honestly just bored and procrastinating homework and scrolling through the Bear email, and they were like, oh, pen pals at Mirabella. I was like, okay, that'd be cool.
And then our friendship started, what do we do first?
You showed me around.
I showed you
Mirabella.
around Mirabella.
Mhm.
Did we have lunch?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we tried one of the restaurants in there.
All right. Oh gosh, this why do you think we get along so well?
I would say neither of us have grown up yet.
That is a very good answer.
Yeah.
We just have a lot in common. We're both athletic. You're more athletic than I am, but maybe not when I was
I was
your
going to say,
age.
you've already done
Right.
everything.
In your opinion, Deven, what's the most important thing college students can learn from older generations?
You don't have to grow up.
Right.
You don't have to be the boring person that stays at home and follow the stereotypes and just, all right, I'm done type of thing.
Yeah.
Just watch Netflix. You can be like you and do everything under the face of the planet. What's a surprising lesson or gift you've learned from a younger person?
Don't give up on your dreams, because I have a lot of friends in my generation that really wanted to be a bubba, and they didn't make it, so they just kind of quit, you know. And I think that you have given me an encouragement to keep doing other things. You've taught me that, you know, I can do athletic things at my limits,
Mm-hmm.
but I can also do educational things, and I can learn new things, like BTW. I finally figured out what that was.
Let's see, what is it?
By the way,
Nice.
okay, from one Sun Devil to another, how do you think ASU has changed over the generations? I think the tallest building was about 3 stories high when I went here. I walked, we lived on East Lemon, and I walked to school. I didn't even have a bike. I mean, I don't think skateboards were invented back then.
Like, you can definitely see the student impact on the campus too. Like, they have acai machines in one of the dining halls.
They have what?
It's called acai, A-C-A-I. It's kind of like a smoothie, I guess, but it's all the rage with the young kids. What's the best thing about staying connected to your college community after you graduate? I would say this question's for you.
Because you haven't graduated. I think it just keeps you connected to community. And at one of the very first Mirabella meetings that we had, they explained to us that 16% of older people die of loneliness more than like heart attacks.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
I didn't either. And then I started researching it, because I thought they got the numbers wrong. You know, it might be 6% or 1.6, and it was actually higher than that. And so I think when you're involved in a community, number one, you meet new people, and you meet young people and old people. I mean, one of our very favorite people in the whole building is 91 years old, sharp as a tack, but he's just interesting, and he's got stories to tell that you'll never hear from anybody else.
91 years worth of stories.
Right. So I think it's the community that's the most important to us. What's it like having a retirement community right on campus?
Honestly, you don't really notice it much unless, like, after I met you, then I started noticing that there are older people roaming around campus. But until then, I never really did.
I would say that for us, it's very invigorating because when my friend and I walk on campus, you know, after we dodge the skateboards and the scooters and the people jogging, we feel that, you know, we've kind of gotten a day younger just by mixing.
Get the adrenaline pumping.
Yeah, mixing with the kids. So.
And you hear the skateboards and the impending doom coming behind you.
Right,
So
right.
dodge out of the way, quick.
And what I want to know is, how can somebody skateboard and text at the same time and not fall off the skateboard?
You would think, right?
You would. Why should others pursue intergenerational relationships?
For exactly what just happened.
Right. Because it keeps you young, it gives you more energy.
Learn new things
Learn new
both ways.
things. Right, right.
And gives you a new friend that you never would have made otherwise.
Nope, nope.
If you were walking down the street, I probably would not have said, hey, you want to be a pen pal?
Right, right.
But the opportunity presented itself, and I'm glad we took it.
Me too, me too. And I probably never would have been walking on campus and somebody say, whoa, there's Pencie!
Hey, I was just telling all my friends, literally like 2 days prior, I was like, yeah, I met up with my pen pal Pencie, and they're like, a pen pal? What? And then we happened to run into you. Oh, a stroke of luck.
Right. No, it was, let's see if I can think of some initials. No, I can't.
IWF. It was fate. I totally made that up. Don't use that, 'cause people would be really confused.
Okay, all right.